Nice. Incredible. Okay.
This build is so good.
I'll stay back. I'll stay back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go up.
Moving forward effectively.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I got the Rabona fast, Steve.
Is this the moment?
Yeah, I gotta go. Playing out wide a computer. What a play.
De Souza.
Nice.
Wonderful
Just
tackle.
trampled.
Looking confident with the ball at his feet. Still trailing, but they're upping the
Yes.
pressure.
Dang.
Well, the players should be inspired by this. The crowd have really got behind them tonight.
This build is
dude.
crazy, bro. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's a decent through ball.
ball.
Yo, what's up, everyone? This is Lesky, back to another player build for FIFA 22 Pro Clubs. Today, we're not going to be going over a build that's based on a pro player or anything like that, but I've had a few of you guys in my comments request a wingback build played in the midfield, like as a CDM or center mid. So this will be the first one that I've posted on my channel this year as a wingback in the midfield position. I think I posted like a couple last year for FIFA 21 because they were very good in the midfield, and it's kind of the same this year, even though the CDM position is a lot more usable this year than it was last year. The wingback is still very good because it's one of the fastest positions in the game. So I plan on at least making one other version of a wingback or fullback build that you can use in the midfield like this one. But for this build, I wanted to focus on the physical ability, make it an absolute monster, beast, bully people in the midfield, push them off the ball, and just be an absolute unit. So let's get started and take a look at the height and weight for this build. So first of all, make sure you are listed in the wingback position, either right wingback or left wingback. It does not matter. They'll have the exact same stats. If you make it a right back or a left back, it wouldn't be bad, but the only thing is they have lower base pace stats. So you're going to want to be a wingback because they are faster, especially since this build is 6'4", 253 pounds. So we lose pace when we go up all the way to 6'4", and when we go all the way to the max weight at 253 pounds. But the reason I chose this height and weight, it gets us exactly 90 strength on the physical page on the skill tree. We have the bull archetype, we max out the strength, and we get 90 exactly. And then you'll see, once we go to the perk page, we have the physical strength perk. So we basically have like 99 max strength on this build, and you're an absolute tank. You can push anyone off the ball. It's very fun to use. And then right foot for this build is, I'm always righty usually. I prefer being righty, and I'm righty in real life. So it's really up to you guys. You can go lefty if you feel like it. So let's take a look at the perk page. For the first perk, as I just said, we went for physical strength because we're going for the max strength on this build. We have 90 strength on the skill tree plus the physical strength perk. So say it gives us like plus 10. Don't really know how much it actually increases our strength, ball control, and jumping on this perk. They don't tell us, but I'm assuming it gives us at least plus 5, maybe plus 10. And if it does give us plus 10, we're going to have 99 strength, max strength, and then it'll upgrade the jumping, which is nice because wingbacks have very bad jumping. And as a heavy build, we don't have very good jumping at all. So the increase in jumping will be nice. That's like one of the downsides of this build, but we are tall, so it kind of makes up for it. And then it will increase the ball control. So you definitely need the physical strength perk on this build to make it the monster CDM build that it is. And then for the second perk, I went for ball winner. I also think this is necessary because we put so much skill points on the physical page. We have a decent amount on dribbling, and then we have a max pace. We went for max defensive awareness, interceptions, but we don't have the tackling ability. The stand tackling and slide tackling maxed out completely. So the ball winner will make up for that because it boosts the tackling ability when close to the dribbler. So that is very nice. And you'll see once we get to the defensive page on the skill tree. So you're going to want physical strength and ball winner for this build. And the third perk is kind of up to you what you want. I went for precision pass. I think as a CDM build, we're going to be staying back mostly, not going up. You're not going to be trying to make like those killer passes in behind to get the assist. You're kind of just going to be winning the ball and then finding your playmakers for them to find their strikers to create scoring chances and score goals. So I decided to go for precision pass. The 5-star weak foot is very nice. We have a 3-star weak foot on this build. So every time you make an A or X pass on Xbox or an X or square pass on PlayStation, it'll give you the 5-star weak foot and you don't have to worry about that at all. It'll also give you the flare trait, so you can do like fancy passes. The swerve trait is very nice. It adds like curve and bend to the passes and tries to avoid defenders. Can be very helpful. And then of course the perk increases the player's normal pass accuracy and speed. So I prefer this perk, but you could also go threaded pass if you want to try and hit those through balls. I don't think it's as important for a CDM build like this one. If you really feel like you're going to be sprinting a lot, you could possibly go tireless runner. We have decent stamina on the physical page, so it's really not that big of a deal. I really wouldn't suggest anything else. I think precision pass is really the best option, or threaded pass. So these are the perks that I have for this build. Let's take a look at the skill tree. This physical page and the defensive page that we're going to get to soon is what I really wanted to focus on for this build. And one of the upsides that wingbacks have over the CDM position is when it comes to the weight. If y'all saw my 6'4" beast CDM build, I believe I'm like 119 pounds on that build. And you pretty much have to go minimum weight on that build, because if you go any higher, you lose like a ton of pace. I don't know why it's like that, but you lose like +6, +7 pace when you're like a tall CDM. It's really weird. Even if you like go up from 119 to like 121, the next weight section, you lose a lot of pace. But as a wingback, you only lose like 1 pace like every weight section you go up. So it's not as big of a deal. So you can be 6'4", and instead of being 119 pounds, you can go max weight 253 pounds and still have some decent pace, because wingbacks are one of the fastest positions in the game this year. I think it might actually be the fastest position. I think it's like slightly faster than a striker, if not the exact same. So when we went to 6'4", 253 pounds, we get the 90 strength, the max strength for a build of this body type as a wingback. So we're going to go all the way down to the bull archetype, and all these things right here, we get +3 stamina, +13 strength, and +5 aggression to get us to that 90 strength mark. And then I got this +5 reactions for 3 skill points, which is just really good value, and it's nice to have as a defensive build. We're going to be challenging a lot of people, getting a lot of 50-50 duels. You want to be the fastest to react to that loose ball, so that's why I have that. And then at the top right, it's just more stamina, and then another +4 reactions for 2 skill points. Just good value again. And the physical page is absolutely crazy. But as I mentioned, the jumping is a downside for wingback builds. Even if like we were a lower weight, the jumping would still be very bad. But I think since we are like max weight, the jumping is like worse as it can get. I think it would probably be like 65 if we were like 99 pounds. But this is the physical page. With the 90 strength and the physical strength perk on, we basically have max strength, 99 strength. It's absolutely crazy. Let's take a look at defending. As you can see, the defensive attributes on this build are really good, with the 93 interceptions, 95 defensive awareness, 89 stand tackle, and 86 slide tackle are the 2 lowest stats on this page. But remember, that's why we went for the ball winner. That's kind of what I was trying to say. We didn't go for like the max upgrades on stand tackling and slide tackling because we needed these extra skill points to spread onto the pace, dribbling, physical page, and then some on the passing as well. So we didn't go for these upgrades right here in stand tackling and slide tackling, and you really don't need it because of that ball winner perk. The stand tackling and slide tackling on this build is actually a lot higher than what you see here because of that perk. And then the 95 defensive awareness is crazy. Honestly, I don't think I've used a build this year with this high of defensive awareness. I think it's like another advantage to a wingback. I think they might have the highest defensive awareness. I'm not too sure about that when it comes to like fullbacks and stuff, but I don't think even my center back builds have this high of defensive awareness when I maxed it out. I think wingbacks actually have better defensive awareness than center backs, which really does not make sense to me, but it's kind of crazy. And you can really feel that 95 defensive awareness. I know a lot of people, including myself, that initially thought defensive awareness was kind of like offensive awareness, where it was only helpful if you were playing any and not controlling your player. It does help with that, but it also helps for containing a dribbler in front of you. It kind of locks you onto them and sticks you onto them easier, almost kind of like aimbot or aim assist in like a shooter game. and it's very helpful. Even if they kind of like create some space and kind of get away from you a little bit, it's just easier to get back in front of them and make a tackle. It also helps, like, you know, when you make a tackle without pressing an actual button, defensive awareness also kicks in there. So it is very clutch, especially when you have it at 95, which is very high, like we have it on this build. So this is the defensive page. The stats are very good. The only thing we didn't get is this +3 interceptions and this extra stand tackling right here that I already told you about, because we have that ball winner perk, and I really don't think this extra interceptions is necessary to get up to 96. 93 is already very good. So let's take a look at the dribbling page. What I really wanted to go for here was to upgrade that agility and balance. So I went all the way down to the Lynx archetype on this right side, and that is all you're going to do. For 16 skill points, you get +11 agility, +5 balance, and +3 dribbling. But I really just wanted that agility and balance upgrades, because as you can see, for base stats, we have 67 agility, which is pretty bad, 82 balance, which is actually not too bad at all. But this will get us our agility up to 78, which is actually very good for a 6'4", 253-pound wingback. And then we have 87 balance, so it's hard for you to get pushed off the ball with that 99 strength that we have and 87 balance. You do not stumble or fall very much at all, and you can just kind of run through people like a truck, and you don't really budge or anything like that because of that high balance. It's very nice. And then on the left side, I just wanted to upgrade the ball control and dribbling a bit, because as you can see, the base stats, 80 ball control, 79 dribbling, not amazing. It's not the most important position as a CDM to have crazy good dribbling or ball control, but it is still very important. Even when you kind of just like receive a ball and you want to turn and then make a pass upfield, having good dribbling and ball control will still affect that and just make the build feel better. So we got this balance right here, this +2 balance for 1 skill point, got this +3 dribbling to get it up to 82, and then we get this +2 ball control for 1 skill point to get it to an even 82 ball control and 82 dribbling, which isn't amazing, but it's pretty much the best you're going to get it, unless you just upgrade more, focus more skill points on upgrading the ball control, and then like you would have to get the Maestro archetype to upgrade the dribbling even more. This is the dribbling page. Let's take a look at passing, and this right here is one of the downsides compared to the actual CDM position. CDMs actually have very good base passing stats. The only stat like that is better as a wingback than a CDM is crossing, because it makes sense. Like the actual wingback, you're going to be out wide on the pitch and crossing the ball a lot into your strikers. So the base stat of 85 crossing, it's actually pretty good, but it's not going to be very useful for when you're playing in the midfield as a CDM. So what we went for is just got some good value stuff right here. We got +2 short pass for 1 skill point, +4 long pass to get us to 70 long pass for 2 skill points, and then +3 short pass for 2 skill points to get us up to 82 short pass. But remember, I do have that precision pass perk on, giving us the 5-star weak foot on short and long passes, which can be very nice. And you really shouldn't be attempting like too much through balls over the top. Leave that up to your playmakers. Win the ball in the back on defense, and then use that precision pass perk. Do like those driven passes, those RBAs on Xbox, those R1Xs on PlayStation, to find your wingers, your cams, your other center mids' feet, so they can hit that through ball over the top. And start doing the playmaking, because the passing ability is not amazing on a wingback, and especially this build. Let's take a look at shooting. And I actually have nothing here as a CDM, holding mid, staying back, and kind of just anchoring the midfield in defense, sitting in front of your center backs. You're not going to want to upgrade your shooting ability. Maybe if we had like an extra skill point to throw somewhere, I'd put it on finishing to bump it up. But we just don't have anything on this page. It's not necessary. You're going to leave that up to your attackers, your strikers, and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, like, since we're 253 pounds and 6'4" as a wingback, the shooting ability is actually better than it would be if we were skinny and shorter, because I think when you go up in height and weight, I don't know which one it is or if it's both, we actually get better shot power and long shots. So we have 76 shot power and 75 long shots, which isn't terrible, and then 69 finishing. I think I maybe scored like a couple goals with this build. I went for the full pace upgrade. We had to go for the full pace upgrade because we're 6'4", 253 pounds. We're losing a lot of pace when we go that tall and that heavy on this build. So we get 87 acceleration and 86 sprint speed, which you would think we'd be slower for a 6'4", 253-pound build, but this is actually very fast. With that 99 strength, you're honestly a monster. People don't think you're that fast, and I really didn't have any problems with the pace. Yeah, it would be nicer to have like 90 pace or whatever to maybe help keep up with those fast builds up top, but you really don't have a problem with it, especially if you're in the right position. And once you get side to side with somebody, you press B, you like pull them back because of that strength. You can pull them back easily. You can body them off the ball, shoulder bump them, whatever you have to do. So that completes this monstrous wingback build that you're going to use in the CDM position, and it's honestly even beastlier than that 6'4" CDM build that I created because of that extra weight that we have on that build and that max strength that it allows us to have. So this build is very fun to use, one of the most fun CDM builds I've used all this year because you can just bully people and just absolutely bulldozer over anyone. So give this build a try. Let me know how you like it. Would love to hear that in the comments. If you could hit that like button on this video for me and then hit that subscribe button on my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.